Hello. Today we're going to read a book called Idiom Tales, Sayings About Animals. The title is A Wild Goose Chase by Lydia Carlin, illustrated by Kelly Kennedy. Hi there. I'm Shirley Holmes, and I'm a kid detective. Let me tell you about my latest case. Learning Box. Idioms are well-known phrases that mean something different from what the words actually say. Idioms use lively and colorful language to conjure up images in the reader's minds. For that reason, they are remembered and often passed down from generation to generation. Hungry as a bear and quiet as a mouse are two popular animal idioms. Read on to learn 12 more. It all started with a frantic call from Sam Crumpet, who told me to come right over. When I arrived at his bakery, he gave me the facts. Last night, as I snoozed on the cot in the kitchen, someone snuck in and ate his freshly baked blueberry pie. Now Sam was hopping mad, and you can see him hopping, and he doesn't look happy. Learning Box. Hopping mad is an idiom that's used when a person is angry enough to jump in the air. What kind of animal is famous for hopping? That's right, a frog, of course. And you can see that the blueberry pie is all eaten. Somebody ate it. I began working on the case right away. I interviewed Sam. I examined the crime scene. I made a list of top suspects. Yup, I was one busy beaver. And you can see her looking and finding clues, and she has a beaver tail and she has her beaver teeth. So she is busy beaver. What does busy beaver mean? Well, it is an idiom that describes someone who works extremely hard. Why? Beavers cut down trees, haul logs, build dams, and always appear to be active. My first suspect was a boy named Frankie Frisk. My reasoning? Well, he was a sly fox, and he loved sweet treats. But Frankie didn't do it. In fact, he was home all last night reading a cake cookbook. You can even ask my mother, he said. Learning Box. Sly fox is an idiom used to describe someone who is clever and sneaky. Foxes who are quick and quiet have been perceived this way for hundreds of years. The gingerbread boy, the fox and the grapes, just think of all the folk tales that include a sly fox character. My second suspect was a kid named Mac McCall. Why? He was a cool cat with his weakness for delicious desserts. But Mac had an excuse too. Last night he was busy playing the sax. You can even ask my bandmates, he said. Learning Box. Cool cat is an idiom that describes someone who is stylish and relaxed. Cats do seem like super cool creatures, don't they? So he looks like a cool cat with his sunglasses, looking all cool with his outfit. That's what they call a cool cat. My third suspect was a girl named Nellie Mae. She was always horsing around and playing silly pranks, but she didn't eat the pie either. Last night, I went to a movie with Helen Hoof, she said. Then she took me to check out a kid named Barry Beluga. It seemed that Barry was a fruit pie fanatic. And look at her horsing around. She looks like a horse. What does her horsing around mean? It means to act silly in a playful way. Long ago, farmers noticed that their horses would sometimes get in giddy moods, in which they would be whining and pranced about. The idiom horseplay is based on this same observation. That sounded like a solid lead. So I hightailed it over to Barry's house to hear what he had to say. Look at her, hightail. She's kind of floating in the air. Hightail is an idiom that means to move in a great hurry. This phrase is based on the behavior of deer. Why? Well, when they run, They raise their tails as a sign of danger. So the deer will raise their little tails as they're running far and fast. I arrived to find Barry in his backyard pool having a whale of a time. And you can see him with a whale fin. It was true, he had a passion for pies. In fact, he loves every except one, blueberry. The reason, apparently, that the little blue fruit makes him break out in red spots. Clearly, Barry is not the pie thief. To have a whale of a time means to have a large amount of fun. The idiom makes a lot of sense because whales are playful creatures. They also are the largest animals on earth. If it wasn't Frankie Frisk or Mac McCall or Nellie Nay or Barry Beluga, then who ate Sam's freshly baked blueberry pie? This case was beginning to feel like a wild goose chase. And notice how she is chasing the goose. What does wild goose chase mean? Well, it is an idiom that describes a situation that's hopeless and confused. Imagine how hard it would be to chase after a wild goose. Back in 1597, William Shakespeare used a phrase in his play Romeo and Juliet. Luckily, I ran into a woman named Wanda Winger. Wanda was famous for her eagle eyes. Notice her eagle eyes. She lived right next door to Sam's bakery and had some important information to share. I saw Sam sleepwalking last night, she said. Look what she's imagining. She's looking at him with her eagle eyes, and Sam was sleepwalking towards the pie. Eagle eyes is an idiom used to describe a person who sees everything. What does that have to do with eagles? These remarkable birds can spot prey that is half a mile away, so they can see far, far away. That's it! Sam must have sleepwalked from the kitchen to the front of the bakery and pigged out on some blueberry pie himself. And you can see pigging out means you eat a lot. Look at the idiom. Pig out means that you eat a great deal of food. Why? Among animals, pigs have a bad reputation for overeating. Pig out is an example of modern idiom. The phrase was invented in the 1970s. I raced back to the bakery and told Sam my theory. I knew somebody was up to some monkey business. Look at the monkey. I just didn't know it was me, he said. Then he added, I guess that explains why I woke up this morning with purple lips and a terrible tummy ache. Monkey business is a term used to describe goofy and naughty behavior. Other monkey-related idioms include more fun than a barrel of monkeys and I'll be a monkey's uncle. Those are just some others that use the word monkey in it. Case closed. Sam was happy to learn that there wasn't a pie thief in the loose after all, and I was happy too. I had just solved another mystery. I guess you could say I was proud as a peacock. And notice she has those peacock feathers. What does proud as a peacock mean? It is used to describe someone who is brimming with self-confidence, so they're super proud of themselves. With feathers fanned out, peacocks sure look proud. This vivid idiom is one of the oldest in the English language and was used in the 1300s by a famous writer, Geoffrey Chaucer. Nice. Now, in the back of the book, they have an idiom match, and they want you to review what the idioms are and match it to their definition. So you can pause right here and write it on a piece of paper and turn it in to me for an assignment grade. And make sure you do the bottom, fill in the blank, and they want you to fill in the blank that goes here. All right, guys, hope you have fun. Hope you had fun learning about animal idioms.